The symmetry of the flower can be obtained when the flower cut vertically. When the flower cut vertically, we can determine the symmetry of the flower. Based on symmetry, the flowers are of three types. That is actinomorphic flowers, zygomorphic flowers, and asymmetrical flowers. In actinomorphic flower, the flower can divide vertically at any radial plane. Such kind of flowers are called as actinomorphic. Actinomorphic flower shows which kind of symmetry? Radial symmetry. Name the plants having actinomorphic flowers. Most of the plants. That is nothing but mustard. Mustard belongs to the family. All the members of Brassicaceae shows actinomorphic flowers. And then Datura and chili. Datura chili also belongs to Solanaceae family. All the members of Solanaceae also shows actinomorphic condition. Next, the zygomorphic flower shows which kind of symmetry? Bilateral symmetry. In zygomorphic flower, the flower cut vertically in how many planes? At only one plane, not in all planes. Such kind of flowers are called as zygomorphic. So, example for zygomorphic flowers, that is all legume plants. Legume plants show zygomorphic condition. That is cassia, gulmohar, pea plant, and bean plant. Pea plant and bean plant belongs to the family Fabaceae. Cassia, gulmohar belongs to the family Cisalpinaceae. So all the members of legumes are shows which type of symmetry? That is bilateral symmetry or zygomorphic flowers. Next, merosity of the flowers. Merosity. The number of floral parts in each whorl in a flower, that is called as merosity. Number of floral parts. In each whorl in a flower. That is, in first whorl, how many sepals are there? In second whorl, how many petals are there? In third whorl, how many stamens are there in the androecium? And how many carpels are there in a gynoecium? So, the number of floral parts in each whorl in a flower, that is called as merosity. Merosity is of three types. One is a trimerous flowers. Tetramerous flowers. And pentamerous flowers. Trimerous, tetramerous, and pentamerous. What is meant by trimerous? The number of floral parts in each whorl are three, or a multiple of three. Either three or multiple of three. Such kind of flowers are called as a trimerous. Number of floral parts in each whorl are three or a multiple of three. Number of floral parts in each whorl are three or a multiple of three. What are you doing? See here. Number of floral parts in each whorl are three or a multiple of three. Such kind of flowers are called as a trimerous. Trimerous condition is the characteristic feature of all monocots. All monocots shows a trimerous condition. All monocots having trimerous flowers. Generally, you have to remember the merosity of the flower can be determined based on the sepals and petals only. Only based on sepals and petals. In every flower, the number of sepals are generally equal to the number of petals. But stamens and carpels are variant, different in number. If suppose in Fabaceae, the number of sepals are 5, the number of petals are also 5, the number of carpels, the number of stamens are also 5, but the number of carpels are only 2. But in Fabaceae, the number of stamens, sepals are 5, the number of petals are also 5, the number of stamens are 10, but the number of carpel is only 1. So generally in every flower, the number of sepals and petals are almost all same in number. So the merosity of the flower can be determined based on the number of sepals and number of petals only, not based on the number of androecium and gynoecium. But we give definition, the number of floral parts in each whorl are 3, or a multiple of 3, or a number of floral parts in each whorl are 4, or a multiple of 4, that is tetramerous. The number of floral parts in each whorl are 5, or a multiple of 5, that is called as pentamerous, like that. But the merosity of the flower can be determined based on only sepals and petals. Tetramerous. What is the definition for tetramerous? Number of floral parts in each whorl are 4, or a multiple of 4. Number of floral parts in each whorl, not down. Number of floral parts in each whorl are 4, or a multiple of 4. That is called as tetramerous. Tetramerous condition can be observed only in some dicots, not in all dicots. Example, Brassicaceae members. That is mustard. All the members of Brassicaceae shows tetramerous condition. Brassicaceae is a dicot family. All the members of Brassicaceae shows a tetramerous condition. In Brassicaceae or mustard, the number of sepals are 4. The number of petals also 4, but the number of stamens are 6. But the number of carpels are 2. But sepals or petals are same in number. Yes, come in. So we can determine the merosity of the flower based on the number of sepals and petals only. Next, pentamerous. What is the definition for pentamerous? The number of floral parts in each whorl are 5, or a multiple of 5. Number of floral parts in each whorl are 5, or a multiple of 5. That is called as pentamerous. Pentamerous condition present in most of the dicots. Most of the dicots. Example, family Fabaceae. All the members of Fabaceae. All the members of Solanaceae, that is pea plant and bean plant. Solanaceae, that is Datura, shows pentamerous condition. So trimerous condition is present in monocots, tetra and pentamerous condition is present in dicots. But tetramerous condition is present only few dicots. Example, the best example for tetramerous, Brassicaceae family, that is mustard. But most of the dicot shows pentamerous condition. So that is regarding merosity. Next heading, based on the position of ovary on the thalamus. Based on the position of ovary on the thalamus. Based on the position of calyx, corolla, androecium, based on the position of calyx, corolla and androecium with respect of ovary. On the thalamus. Based on the position of calyx, corolla, androecium with respect of the ovary on the thalamus, the flowers are divided into three types. One is hypogynous flowers, perigynous flowers, and epigynous flowers. Based on the position of calyx, corolla, androecium with respect of the ovary on the thalamus. With respect of the ovary on the thalamus, the flowers are of three types: hypogynous, second one perigynous, third one epigynous. You definitely got one or two questions in this little topic. Very, very important topic. First are hypogynous flowers. The thalamus is conical or concave shape, convex shape. The thalamus is conical or convex shape. Gynoecium occupies the topmost position on the thalamus. Gynoecium occupies the topmost position on the thalamus. Remaining parts are arranged below the gynoecium, below the ovary. The remaining floral parts like calyx, corolla and androecium are arranged below the gynoecium. Such kind of flowers are called as hypogynous flowers, like this. This is conical shaped or convex shaped thalamus. Conical or convex shape. What is the position of gynoecium? Topmost position on the thalamus. This is the thalamus, this is the gynoecium. The gynoecium occupies the topmost position on the thalamus, where remaining flowers are located beneath the gynoecium. So these are the stamens. These are the petals. And these are the sepals. The sepals and petals and stamens are present beneath the ovary. Such kind of flowers are called as hypogynous. The thalamus is convex or conical shape. The gynoecium occupies the topmost position on the thalamus. The remaining floral parts like calyx, corolla and stamens are present beneath the ovary. Such kind of flowers are called as hypogynous. In hypogynous, what is the position of the ovary? Position of ovary, that is nothing but superior. The position of ovary in hypogynous flower is nothing but superior. Example for plant that shows hypogynous flower with superior ovary. Mustard. Mustard means Brassicaceae members. China rose means Malvaceae members. Brinjal means Solanaceae members. Allium cepa, all the members of Liliaceae. Paddy, all the members of Poaceae, having superior ovary with hypogynous flowers. We have Poaceae family. Mustard, China rose, brinjal. These are the three examples given in NCERT. So all the members of Liliaceae also having hypogynous flower with superior ovary. And the paddy, that is rice. Paddy means rice. Rice, wheat, maize belongs to Poaceae family. Also having superior ovary with hypogynous flowers. Next, the second one, perigynous. Perigynous. Thalamus, saucer or concave shape. The thalamus is saucer or concave shape. Center of saucer-like thalamus bears a gynoecium. The center of saucer-like thalamus bears a gynoecium. Remaining floral parts are arranged at the rim. Rim means margin. Margin of the thalamus. Remaining floral parts are arranged on the margin of the thalamus or rim of the thalamus. Such kind of flowers are called as perigynous. The thalamus is saucer-like or concave shape, like this. The thalamus is saucer-like or concave shape. The center of the thalamus having gynoecium. This is gynoecium. The center of the cup-shaped thalamus having gynoecium, where remaining floral parts are attached. at the rim of the thalamus, that is margin of the thalamus. So this is the margin of the thalamus. These are the sepals. These are the petals. And these are the stamens. This is called as rim. The sepals, petals and stamens are attached at the rim of the thalamus or margin of the thalamus. Such kind of flowers are called as perigynous flowers. In perigynous flower, the ovary position is called as inferior or half inferior? Half inferior. Like this. This is the ovary. Half of the ovary is present beneath the sepals, petals and stamens, and remaining half of the ovary is present above the sepals, petals and stamen. That is, half inferior means the remaining half is superior. In perigynous flower, the position of the ovary is called as half inferior. The example for plants having half inferior ovary with perigynous flowers: peach, plum, and rose-like plants. Rose important point. Rose example is very, very important. Peach, plum and rose having perigynous flowers with half inferior ovary. Next, the third one, epigynous. Epigynous. Okay. What happened? Epigynous. Thalamus is a deep cup-like. Center of the cup-like thalamus bears a gynoecium. The center of the cup-like thalamus bears a gynoecium. Thalamus wall and ovary wall both are completely fused. Thalamus wall and ovary wall completely fused. Remaining floral parts present above the ovary. Above the ovary or above the thalamus. The thalamus is a deep cup-like. The center of the cup-like thalamus having gynoecium. The wall of the ovary and the wall of the thalamus totally fused together. And the calyx, corolla and stamens are present above the thalamus or above the ovary, like this. So this is a deep cup-like thalamus. This is a deep cup-like thalamus. The center of the cup-like thalamus having gynoecium. The center of the cup-like thalamus having gynoecium. This is thalamus wall and this is the ovary wall. This is wall of the thalamus, this is wall of the ovary. Both are completely fused together. Both are fused completely. And the sepals, petals and stamens are present. This is ovary, above the ovary. These are the sepals. These are the petals. And these are the stamens. The stamens, sepals, petals are present above the thalamus or above the ovary. Such kind of flowers are called as epigynous. So here you have to remember, in epigynous flower, the wall of the ovary and wall of the thalamus totally fused. That is important. The remaining floral parts are present above the gynoecium or above the ovary. So what is the position of ovary in epigynous flowers? It is present beneath the sepals, petals and stamens. These are the sepals, petals and stamens. The position of the ovary is present beneath the sepals, petals and stamens. So it is called as inferior ovary. Ovary position is called as inferior. Epigynous flowers with inferior ovary that can be observed in guava, cucumber, ray florets of sunflower and also disc florets of sunflower also. Not only sunflower, in all the members of Astraceae. That is the ray, and disc florets of Astraceae having epigynous flowers. All the members of Astraceae, either it may be the ray flower or it may be the disc floret, having epigynous flowers with inferior ovary. Mostly ray florets of Astraceae, that is sunflower. So that is about the position of ovary on the thalamus. Next, studying flower and its parts. In textbook, first diagram belongs to hypogynous. Remaining two diagrams belongs to perigynous. And last diagram belongs to epigynous. Middle two diagrams belongs to perigynous. That is, you have to remember. Flower and its parts. The flower has how many parts? 4 parts. One is calyx. Second one, corolla. Androecium and gynoecium. First, calyx. What is calyx? It is the first whorl in a flower. It is the first whorl in a flower. Calyx is the first whorl in a flower. What is calyx? A group of sepals. Calyx is nothing but a group of sepals. What is the function of calyx in a flower? Protect the flower during bud stage. The calyx will protect the flower during bud stage. The calyx protect the flower during bud stage. If sepals remain free, it is called as polysepalous. If the sepals are fused, that is called as gamosepalous. Sepals remain free, that is called as polysepalous. If the sepals are united, that is called as gamosepalous. Next, corolla. It is the second whorl in a flower. Corolla is the second whorl in a flower. Corolla is nothing but a group of petals. It is nothing but a group of petals. What is the color of the corolla? They are brightly colored. The petals are brightly colored. And what is the function of a petals? Attract the insect during pollination. Petals are brightly colored and attracts the insect during pollination. They attract the insects during pollination. Next, if the petals remain free, polypetalous. If the petals remain free, that is called as polypetalous. If the petals are united, gamopetalous. Gamopetalous corolla is of different shapes. The gamopetalous corolla are of different shape. In some, the petal shows a tubular corolla. Tubular shaped corolla. Tubular shaped corolla is present in disc florets of Asteraceae. Disc florets. Disc florets of Asteraceae, that is sunflower. Tubular shaped corolla is present in disc florets of sunflower. Some are having funnel-shaped corolla. Funnel-shaped corolla that can be observed in Datura plant, Datura flower. Datura flower, the petals are funnel-shaped. Some are having bell-shaped corolla. Example for a plant that shows a bell-shaped corolla, campanula. And some are having wheel-shaped corolla. Wheel-shaped corolla that can be observed in brinjal. Wheel-shaped corolla that can be observed in brinjal-like plant. Some are having bi-lipped corolla. Bi-lipped corolla that can be observed in Ocimum, that is Labiatae family. Ocimum belongs to the family Labiatae. Ocimum means the scientific name of Tulasi. Some are having butterfly-shaped corolla. Butterfly-shaped corolla can be observed in Fabaceae plants, that is pea plant and bean plant. Fabaceae. So these are some of the shapes of corolla in plants. Tubular-shaped corolla that can be observed in disc florets of sunflower. Funnel-shaped corolla that is in Datura. Bell-shaped corolla that can be observed in campanula. Wheel-shaped corolla that can be observed in brinjal-like plant. These four are given in NCERT without examples. In AP State book, this is also given. That is bi-lipped corolla that can be seen in Labiatae plants. So that is regarding corolla. Next heading, estivation. Estivation. What is estivation? The arrangement of sepals or petals in a flower when during bud stage. Arrangement of sepals or petals in a flower during bud stage. Arrangement of sepals or petals in a flower during bud stage, that is called as estivation. Estivation is of different kinds. One is called as valvate estivation. Second one, twisted estivation. Third one is called as imbricate estivation. Fourth one, axillary estivation. Like that of four types. Valvate estivation, twisted estivation, imbricate estivation, and axillary. This is sepal or petal. Every sepal or every petal having how many margins? 2 margins. In valvate estivation, the margins of the sepals or petals are arranged closely with small gaps. The margins are arranged closely with small gaps, no overlapping. There is no overlapping. The margins are arranged closely with small gaps. Such kind of arrangement is called as valvate. Every sepal or every petal having how many margins? 2 margins. The margins are arranged closely with small gaps without any overlapping. Such kind of arrangement is called as valvate. With small gaps. That is without overlapping. Such kind of arrangement is called as valvate. This is. The margins are arranged closely with the small gaps. No overlapping there. If a flower having 5 sepals or 5 petals, the arrangement of the sepals or petals in a flower takes place like this. Example for a plant that shows valvate estivation. The corolla of Calotropis. Corolla of Calotropis. Calyx of Fabaceae. All the members of Fabaceae. Calyx of Solanaceae. Corolla of most of the Solanaceae. Calyx of Malvaceae. And tepals of Liliaceae. These are some of the families which are present in our NCERT. Here this example only given. In families we also observe the calyx of Fabaceae shows valvate estivation. The calyx of Solanaceae, the corolla of Solanaceae also shows valvate estivation, and the calyx of all the members of Malvaceae, the perianth of Liliaceae also shows valvate estivation. Here overlapping of the margins takes place, overlapping occurs, but overlapping takes place in a particular direction. Overlapping occurs in a particular direction, that means one margin inside, one margin outside. All the 5 sepals or petals are arranged. If it has 2 margins, one margin outside, another margin inside. Such kind of arrangement is called as twisted. So note down. Overlapping takes place in a particular direction. Overlapping takes place in a particular direction. That is one margin inside, one margin outside.